What's going on, world, and what's from Aconnectiontv, the network, the one channel on YouTube where we actually adopt similar connections despite our differences. And the similar connection that I want you to adopt with me is Real World Explosion. It's the 29,000th season of Real World, the reality TV series on MTV. Yeah. If you guys aren't watching this particular season, you need to watch it. Because I actually care about the people on this show. Well, majority of them anyway. A couple of them I can do without. But for the majority of the cast, I really do honestly care about them. And that's good. Because usually with reality TV, I can give two fucks. But people like Jay, Ariel, Jenny, Corey, I'm really feeling for them. Thomas, like, well, I'm really feeling for them, right? Notice who I left out. We start this particular episode off from last week's explosion, Real World Explosion, between Corey and Jenny. Well, more so, Jenny was like, crazy psycho, oh my God. And Corey was like, throwing things and like, I'm gonna scream because I'm so cute. That was just like really funny to watch. So we start this episode off with Corey and Jenny not really knowing where they are with each other. I mean, they've known each other for 48 hours. It's been 2 days, you know? So when they really had sex or whatever, they've known each other for 48 hours. So it's kind of like they really rushed into things. I can rush into things myself. My feelings get all wrapped up into a person and I just go cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. It's normal, kind of. But, the producer's like, so where is your relationship between you and Jenny? How do you think that's gonna work out, Corey? Corey's like, I don't know. She's gonna watch me having a shower. She's gonna walk past me, see me having a shower, and then wanna jump in. So we'll see. I'm like, who the fuck wouldn't wanna jump in with Corey? I mean, what? Did y'all catch Real World Explosion, the after show with Corey? Listen, okay? It's Jenny's birthday. Happy birthday, Jenny. Jenny is recorded saying that she doesn't really care about Corey and she's not going to take him back, not unless he changes his anger issues. And I'm thinking to myself, yeah, you're lying, Jenny. Come on, Jenny. You're lying, Jenny. You're going to be stuck in this house for 3 months with this fine-ass man that you already had sex with, and you're going to tell me that you're not going to care whatever he does with anyone else, and you're not going to pay attention to him? Yeah, right, Jenny. Someone rips up Jay's number contact list. I don't know about y'all, but when I don't have my phone, there is no way that I'm going to remember anybody's number. And then people be getting mad at me, like some of my cool friends, my real friends, get mad at me when they ask me, do you know my number? And I'm like, no, but it's in my phone. Like, who remembers everybody's phone number? I don't. My memory's already screwed up, let alone trying to remember like so many people's numbers. I can't do it. I just can't do it. By the way, I'm a keeper. Yeah, I really am. I'm just a really nice guy. Jay is recorded saying that he's been the rock in the family and he's been the strong one in the family and he's had to be strong for his mother who had cancer and he has to be strong for his brother. He has to be strong for everyone and that's just his role. I myself can adopt similar connections despite our differences, Jay, with the concept of having to be the strong one in the family because I'm the oldest brother, and I've always felt that I needed to be the role model, the inspiration, the positive energy within the family. And it is a hard title to hold. It's a hard burden for anyone. Especially someone like myself, because when I was young, I felt that I needed to veer off so quickly. And not as a rebellious child, but just as one that wanted to see the stars and see the lights and be able to provide. And so, you know, when I was listening to Jay talk about how he felt or how he filled his role with his family, it kind of reminded me of what I was supposed to do or what I was destined to do or what was expected of me. So it was interesting to hear him talk about that. Jenny goes to the club and everyone goes out with her to celebrate her birthday. Jenny has like 66Z for breasts. Like her boobs are just really, really out there. And I can't remember if she said that they were real, if they weren't, but if they are real, it's a beautiful thing. Jenny is a thick girl and there are moments when I just can't can't stop thinking about what I would do to particular parts of her body. Can't really say it because, you know, I want to be PG and all that jazz. But, you know, Jenny at moments can be very attractive. And then at some moments she looks like, ugh, I want to puke. And it's not based off of looks. It's based off like, when I'm attracted to a female, they have to carry themselves with poise and grace and be... Like Ariel, I would bang the hell out of Ariel, like straight up. Every time I see this chick, she is gorgeous, classy, natural, great attitude, great demeanor about herself. Like, Jenny, I can get that sometimes. So they go out, they go to the club, and she meets Oscar, which by the way, looks like a fucking Oscar Mayer wiener compared to Corey. Like, what? And Oscar obviously sees the cameras and he wants to get in her good graces. They start drinking or whatever, having a good time. Corey gets jealous looking at Jenny partake in Oscar's award-winning ceremony, if you will. You know what's funny? I liked how Jenny was getting it down on the dance floor. She has rhythm and she was shaking it and then she bust out in the split. I thought that was awesome and it made me like her even more. But if I had to choose, it would be Corey. What? Y'all tell me you wouldn't do that. Anyways, they get back home. Thomas and Jamie are drunk, whatever. But Corey's upset. And he's like, how could you do that to us? How could you destroy us? This doesn't make any sense. You're just terrible. You're a terrible person. I never feel this way over a girl, but this is what I feel for you. But it's okay though. It's okay if you want to go ahead and do that with other people. I smashed it and ran off. I smashed it on day two. Day two. Allow me to reintroduce myself. My name is Wes. What? W to the E-S. What? Anyway, I just don't understand the double standard with men thinking that it's okay to fuck around and sleep with 300 motherfuckers. And for women, it's not okay for them to do that and to sleep with, they're not allowed to sleep with a lot of people. It's the same complex when it's male and male and female and female. If you have a particular person on the side that is the top or dominating role and another position that's played as the bottom or the submissive role, the bottom or the submissive person cannot partake in a lot of sexual situations. But the top or the dominant female can partake in a lot of situations and it's cool. At the end of the day, if you sleep with 1,500 people, you are a fucking hoe. If you don't sleep with 1,500 people, you're just not experienced. So I mean, and you know what I'm trying to say. Like a lot of people read me and they're just so fucking literal with everything that I say. But the double standard makes no sense. At the end of the day, Jenny could have flipped that and said, bitch, I got you in 2 days. I got you on 2 days. I smashed your ass on 2 days. That says nothing to me. Like, what? You trying to tell me something about myself? Bitch, I smashed you on 2 days. Why don't females do that? Females, we need to do that more often. Don't care about the fact that somebody smashed you. No, you smashed them. Because at the end of the day, it takes two to have sex, not just one. I can understand if she was raped or something like that and it was against her will. No, she wanted it too, and you gave it to her too. So, what? I thought it was cool and I wanted Jenny to slap Corey. Then again, I didn't want her to slap Corey. I just wanted her to say that you got smashed in 2 days too. The next day, Corey calls Lauren. Lauren's like, what? What do you want? Like, why are you calling me about this other girl? Corey, you already know how I feel about you. This is some bullshit. You always pull this. I don't want to deal. So just get your dick out of your ass and be straight. I'm like, go ahead, Lauren. You better tell him. No one wants to admit who ripped up Jay's list. And I'm thinking to myself, to be honest, I knew it was Ashley and I knew she had a drunk moment, but when she came in, it was like, no, I didn't do it. No, it wasn't me. No, it wasn't me. I'm like, okay, was it the producers? Did the producers do something so fucked up? Like, really? Like, I don't know. I was really thinking that the producers did it. Is that wrong of me to think that way? Jenny apologized to Corey, and for some insane reason, I'm like, why? It absolutely did not make any sense to me as to the reason why Jenny was apologizing to Corey. If anything, Corey should have been apologizing to Jenny, but then again, Corey was like, we said some things, you both said some things that we didn't mean, so I'm like, okay, maybe we didn't see something. I guess, but still, Jenny was doing her motherfucking thing, Corey, because you told her, do you, it's your birthday, have fun, let have. Don't tell someone to do that if you don't want to see them doing that because you're going to get jealous. That made no sense to me. Jay received some very heart-wrenching news that his mom passed, and when I was watching this particular scene, it made me think about my mother and the fact that she's sick and the fact that she has to go to the hospital a lot starting this year, and I told myself I would not cry. Oh wow, I told myself I wouldn't cry. My mom is sick and she doesn't have cancer, but just thinking of the fact that, wow, I'm sorry. Just thinking that the fact that Jay had to go through that, and you know, will one day have to go through that. It's Jesus. It's just been crazy. If you follow me on my Instagram, you know that I'm a very emotional, very open type of person. I'm open to the world, and I share a lot of myself on my Instagram. I'm very sporadic on my Instagram, and I posted a message that I was sad and I was feeling down or whatever, and I needed to go home to see my mother and my best friend. And the reason, well, one of the many reasons why I wanted to go home was to see her, because we've been talking about life insurance and stuff like that, and having to have those conversations because you know your mom is sick is really hard. I haven't had a great relationship with my mother, and you know, over the last couple of years, our relationship got stronger. And you know, every time I speak to my mother, she's like, you know, I love you. Every time she hangs up the phone, she says, I love you. And you know, before it used to be hard for me to say I love you back, but it's like now it's so easy to say because I love her. So I can't, I know exactly how Jay feels. Oh, excuse me, I'm sorry. Because I would be going through the same thing, but he was very strong, like, and doing well, taking that news. Like his father just called and he's like, you're lying, you're lying. You're lying, you're lying, like you're lying. And I was just like, I was in tears. Obviously I'm in tears now. I was in tears watching it, and it was just crazy. And then like with all the roommates to show support, it was awesome. I felt for Jay. Like Jay seems like a cool ass dude, you know? And it's like to just hear him talk about how he had to be the Rock, and to now, you know, his rock is like crumbling, like, you know what I'm saying? So it was just really heartbreaking to watch that. He goes back to the Bronx, which is good. He was able to go back to the Bronx to see his mother for the funeral. That was good. All the while, let's get back out of this, oh Jesus. All the while he's away, Ashley is going crazy, getting drunk, and Hurricane Ashley is back. Jay comes back from the funeral. He misses the roommates, but in the back of his mind, he still wants to know who ripped up the letter. The producers don't tell him who ripped up the letter, and the cast acts like they don't know who rips up the letter. Unbeknownst to them, we find out as the viewers that Ashley ripped up the fucking letter of contacts for Jay. Which, if you really think about it, and he stated it, especially on the after show, he missed 3 to 4 days of speaking to his mom because she did something so careless and so, like, it's terrible. And you know, for people to get drunk, like I know when people get drunk, they do crazy things, like insane things. And sometimes they do forget, but I don't know, I've never done anything that would intentionally harm someone in any way, shape, or form when I'm drunk. So I don't know, it's kind of weird, but I know being drunk works differently for everyone. I don't know, it was weird to watch that. And so Ashley goes through a lot of upset moments when she's drunk. In this last particular moment, she was really, really drunk. And Ariel was really laughing, like she could care less. She was laughing, she could care less. Ashley throws her purse. She ends up the next day losing her purse. She can't find her purse. She's a crying wreck, okay? They go out again. They come back to the situation. And I'm gonna tell y'all like this. Ashley, Ariel's girlfriend, what? What? Ashley is like Lois Lane meets Snow White meets Cinderella. Like, Ashley was freaking like an angel, gorgeous. And then when Ashley and Ariel in the post-confessional, Ariel with the black and white stripe and the makeup and the hair, Ariel, those two females are fucking awesome. And I don't even know Ashley, but the fact that she got my Ariel snatched up, she has to be awesome, because Ariel is fucking, she's a breath of fresh air, point blank period. She comes to visit Ariel, and they're having a great time because Ariel's tired of using her fucking vibrator. They go out having a grand old time. They wake up, Ashley's gone. Ashley leaves the house. The roommates go and visit Jay. They hold up the signs. I thought that was just awesome. Like, I can't really see these cast of roommates like really hating each other, because their friendships are just molding, and it's just built from purity, like in these beginning stages. So like, I'm really vibing with this cast, right? So we get Jay back. Ashley's gone. No one really cares. They're wanting to know, but they really don't care. Ashley calls and Jay picks up the phone. It's interesting because Ashley is the one that ripped up the list, and Jay's the one that picks up the phone. She's like, I want to come back, but I need you guys to have a house meeting. So Jay and the team has a house meeting, and the cast doesn't want her back. I'm thinking to myself, it makes sense. Because why would you want a drunk wreck back on the show? Why would you want somebody that threw a hamburger with hot grease to your face? Why would you want somebody that told you will not amount to anything and you're covered up in tattoos because you can't get a man? Why would you want somebody back that told you that their family could buy your whole family and you suck because you're broke? Why would you want someone back that does that all of the time and then cries wolf when they're sober? I wouldn't have voted her ass back either. And I was thinking to myself, if they really vote her back, this is not the real world. What did y'all think about this particular episode? I thought it was cool. I love the fact that Nessa, that fine, beautiful goddess from Girl Code, is hosting the after show. Like, she's gorgeous. And she really, really did a good after show. It was very entertaining watching her after show, and the questions that she asked were awesome. So shout out to Nessa for doing that. That was like, this is like the first real host that I've seen host an after show that really like made me want to watch and was really good at it. So shout out to Miss Nessa from Girl Code, if I'm saying the name right. All of the people after the show looked amazing. Even Ashley, when she came back, she looked amazing. I do believe that people find themselves at different moments and different times in their life, and we can't be no one's judge as to when it is that they should find themselves. But I don't know, I kind of feel like if you purposely audition for a show like this, you already should know that there are things that you need to work out within yourself and be strong enough to be able to last and go through the motions. But Ashley wasn't, so unfortunately she left the show. I wonder if they're going to replace her. I'm Wesley from Aconnectiontv, the network. Sorry for my crying moments. I'm human just like you, and we can adopt similar connections despite our differences. That's what this show and this channel on YouTube is all about. Like this video on Facebook and Twitter, share it on Facebook and Twitter, and follow me on Instagram at Aconnectiontv. Deuces.
Double take. Double take.